So hi everybody. Happy Tuesday. So what we have on for our class tonight is going to be animals. I'm trying to angle and see. There we go. I'll sit up better. I'm being slouchy. So we have animals for our class tonight, and then that should take up, yes, about the whole class. Some categories, there's not as many, so like we can always put 2 in one. This is one that's going to take the whole class. So I'd like to forewarn everybody, this is kind of a little bit of a content heavy class, this class for sure. Because like I said, it's just so many different animals. So the first one we're going to start with is the sign for animal itself. And so what you're going to do, let me fix my chair. Sorry, it's a spinny chair and I always put it the wrong way. I like it angled like this for some reason, but like that's not prime angling for you guys. Let me fix it real quick. Okay, there we go. All right, much better. So what you're going to do for the sign for animal is you're going to have your hands kind of like in the open, like think of hand puppets, but your thumbs are out. You're going to stick them right above your armpits. And you're not going to flap your hands, but you're going to like move your hand in that kind of motion. Yeah. So you're not flapping your arms. You're not going like full bird mode right now. You're just going to like flap it right here. And this is animals. This is also animal and animals, like the same. To identify the difference between singular and many, it's kind of, again, that context. So just letting you know, if you're asking me like, well, how would you say cats? How would you say dogs? It's going to be the same sign every time. It's just adding, like if you're talking about multiple cats or something, you'd add that 2 or 3, whatever number you wanted to help identify that. So the next one I have after that, sorry, someone fell on my foot and I was trying to figure out, oh, it's my purse strap. I'm sorry. I have a purse in the chair and it just hit me like a bug and I did not like it for a minute, but we're good. Okay. The next sign is going to be cat. So the sign for cat is going to be cat. Yeah, we did it during our Halloween one. Then we have dog. So dog is, there's technically 2 ways you can do it. The first one is going to be, what you're going to do is you're going to pat your leg and come in a snap. And it's a very, yeah, it's like you pat, snap. And then the other way is you're going to do, it's very similar to the snapping, but you're just going to bounce your finger back and forth. So instead of doing that full snap, you just bounce your finger back like this. You see, so it's my middle finger bouncing on my thumb. It's basically shorthand from the whole patting, because you don't have to like snap every single time, because that's not going to make a difference. They can't hear the snap. Stop, Henry. You just pat and you click. So that's that little motion. Sorry, my dog is trying to be involved right now in the class and he cannot. So, yes. Okay. The next one I have is the sign for fish, which I think we also did last week with our food. And it's that fish. 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 I don't know what you want right now, sir. Okay. The next one I have is bird, which again, we also did last week for chicken, because bird and chicken are the same, and it's bird. And then, I don't think I have it down with this one, but I'm going to add it right here. It probably is on my list later. The next one is duck. Duck is going to be the same thing as bird, but with 2 fingers. Duck. I always think quack, quack, quack. I just hope y'all know that. I don't know why. I just think of that every single time. And in my brain, I'm hearing it like quack, quack, quack. And it makes me giggle. Okay. The next one we'll do, and then we'll go through those that we did, is eagle. So eagle is going to be that X shape, and then you're going to put it on your nose. Eagle. Now, most of the other birds do not have specific signs, like in the sense of the flying birds, as in, you know, the blue jay, things like that. You would have to either add like the color and then finger spell, or just say the basic bird. Okay, so let's go back through our first 6. So we did animal, cat, dog, or dog, Fish. Fish. Then bird. Bird. Then duck. Duck. And then the last one, eagle. Eagle. Okay, good. All right. So the next one is going to be snake. And what you're going to do is you're going to have it in the V shape, bend it. You're going to start at your mouth, and then you're going to go snake. So think about like how a snake slithers, like that kind of shape, like that motion. Snake. Snake. Very visual. Some of them make so much sense, and then some of them have no clue. Like there's just like, that's such a random sign. All right, the next one is going to be rat. Okay, rat and mouse are very similar, so their signs are the same. So it's pointer finger, and just brush it across your nose. Mouse, rat. Now, if you were going to say Mickey Mouse, you would not use this. Just an FYI. Mickey Mouse is C's on your head, making the Mickey ears. That's Mickey Mouse. Or Disney World, Disney, that kind of thing. You would not say mouse. Most people, either if they have to, they'll go Mickey, or they'll do this, and then they'll just do mouse. Like they refuse to add that little at the end. I don't know why. It's just something I haven't seen often. The next one is lizard. So what you're going to do for lizard is your non-dominant arm is going to be across. Dominant hand is going to be in that shape of the L. And you're going to slither your L across your arm. So think about like a lizard crawling up. Like here, I'll turn it so you can see on top. Like my L's like resting on it and just like shimmying up. It's like a lizard crawling a tree. Lizard. Okay. The next one is bug. So for bug, you're going to have your hand in the shape of a 3. Your thumb is going to go on top of your nose. And then you're going to bounce your fingers. Bug. And this is the very general, wide type of bug. Some bugs do have their own little like local specific signs that I've seen, but most of them I just see bug. And if like for ants, I see this one for ants too. Like they'll usually it's like bug, and then they'll fingerspell ants. The next one is spider. So spider we did during Halloween. Yep, spider. And I'm going to add one right here that I don't think we've had on our list before, but is a type of bug that is I have seen more often, and I'm going to add that one here. And that is bee. So I wish, usually it's lightning, like light bug. So the sign for light is like you just flick your like middle finger under your chin, light bug, lightning bug. But for B, what you're going to do is you're going to start in this kind of like that F on the corner of your mouth, and then you slap it. B. So it's supposed to be the motion of like the bee stinging you. Like here's like a little butt and it stings you, and then you like slap it because it hurts. Like that's what my visual of like the bee is. But yeah, that's B. I've learned it's just bug, B. Like you just do B-E easily. And then every kid I've had is consistently like, no, B. It's a big difference. And I'm like, okay, it's still the same animal. We know what it is. Okay. Then we'll do this last one and then we'll review. The next one I have is turtle. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I love this sign, okay? So what you do is you're going to have your dominant in a thumbs up. Your non-dominant is going to come up behind it and cup it like a shell. And then you wiggle your little thumb. Turtle. I think this is one of the cutest signs ever. I will consistently make excuses to have to sign turtle because I think it's just such a cute little one. I mean, look at that side profile. It looks like a turtle's head. I don't know about y'all. I just love it. So turtle. Okay. So let's go back through, I think about 5 or 6 we had. So we had snake. That one's sea turtle. Yes, that was the next one I was going to add. Yeah. So snake was that S. Go across, snake. Then we had rat. then lizard, 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 then bug, bug. You're good. You were going for a bee. I knew you still have where you were in the bug mindset. So our bug, and then we had bee, bee, and then we also had lightning bug, which was light bug, lightning bug. Then spider, spider, and then our final one, turtle, turtle. Now, Julie's had this class before, so she went ahead and she was like, I could tell her, she's like, wait a minute. So there's a sign for sea turtle, which was on my next one, so you're ready. And it's that one. And it's, you put your hands on top and you move your thumbs, sea turtle. And it is also very cute. It's like, if you think about it being on top of the water and how it like swims, it's that motion. Turtle, sea turtle. Some people will use that as just a turtle as well. But this one in my mind is more of a sea turtle, because you see the sea turtles doing that motion, whereas an actual turtle, you see that crawling in shape, if that makes sense. There's a difference in my mind. The next one we have is tiger. And so for tiger, what you're going to do is you're going to have these open kind of monster hands, I guess is the best way to describe them. And you're going to bring them across your cheeks. Tiger. And it's representing the stripes across the face. Tiger. Tiger. Then the next one is lion. So lion's going to have another kind of sort of shape. It's kind of a wide C. See, I have that C still. And you're going to shake it over your head. Lion. And that is to represent the mane. Lion. Here, I'll lower it a little. Lion. Excuse me. The next one I have is bear. So bear is going to be a cross, and you're going to go bear. Bear. And it's kind of like, almost like claws, kind of that motion. Bear. Bear. Now, I will add this here because I always think about this. When you're adding the specific kinds of bears or the specific kinds of any kind of animal, for example, like brown bear and black bears, things like that, you can add the color. So you can do black bear. Some people, I think, will be curious if you have to finger spell. No, for like things like black bear and brown bear, you can actually add those colors. So black bear, brown bear. Grizzly, you do have to finger spell grizzly. Polar, you can do polar, or I think it's safe. You can, if you're like, I really struggle with finger spelling, like polar, that's kind of intimidating. You could do white bear. I think that would be a safe one. They may look at you a little silly. You mean polar. They may ask you mean polar, but it's not going to be like they don't know what you're saying. So, okay. The next one I have is cow. And so I feel like we've done cow, but I'm maybe jumping on another class. But so cow is going to be this Y. You're going to have it on the corner of your forehead, and you go cow. You can do two. This one's kind of the more, it's not lazy, but it's the more, you know how we almost like, think about like this. When we say, I cannot, instead of saying cannot, we say can't. It's kind of like that. When you can use both and say cannot pretty much, or you can't. It's kind of that mindset. So it's not like it's being lazy. It's just combining it and making it simpler for you. Cow. That's where it is. Thank you. So yes, so when you're talking about beef, which I mean, like I said, you can finger spell it, or you can say meat, cow, meat. Sometimes I think that one can be a little graphic because kids don't realize beef is cow. I accidentally said that. One student was asking me, they were in apparently a big argument at lunch about how their hamburger, one student said, that's cow. I'm not eating it. Like they decided like that day they found out that cows were what was our hamburger. And they're like, I'm not eating those hamburgers anymore. And they told another student, which was mine. And they told them, that's cow, you're eating cow. And that my student was like, no, I'm not. Like I mean, it was a big like just argument. And they came to me and were like, hamburger, not cow, like, right? Like, not, right? And I was like, it is, yes. And like, I mean, they kept trying to argue with me about it. No, I don't eat meat or something else, or like eat cows. And I was like, you've been eating cows all your life. I'm so sorry that you are just now realizing this. It was very awkward, very awkward. So like, I'm just always like, beef, yeah, that's cow. And I will never forget that because like the look in her eyes, just like, what? Whole world changed for her that day. But yeah, so you can do cow meat, or you could just do beef, either way. Okay, the next one I have is going to be horse. So for horse, what you're going to do is you're going to have the 3 fingers, you're going to have them together, put your thumb on the top of your forehead, and you're going to flap it. And it's like the ear. Again, this is another one. You can do the 2 or the 1. Honestly, I typically see the 2 only when it's like storytelling, you know, like you're talking with kids and being like, oh, did you see the horse? Things like that. If you're talking about just a general, like, oh yeah, I love horses, I've gone riding, things like that, I've seen just kind of that more basic one hand. Okay, the next one, and then after this, we'll review the ones we've done, is monkey. And so for monkey, what you're going to do is what we all have done every time we try to imitate a monkey, and it's monkey. Monkey. I had a student at recess today. We were outside on the field, and he was like, and my co-teacher, who we all go to recess together, he kind of was like making the like movements of like a monkey. And I looked at my coworker and I was like, he looks like a monkey. And immediately after I saw that, he immediately went, whoa, and I just cackled. We thought it was the funniest thing. He went full like monkey mode, and I looked at him and I said, I told her you looked like one. He's like, I mean, he got character mode with it. It was funny. But yeah, there's our little monkey. Okay. So let's go back to our sea turtle. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm sorry. I just realized I've not been pinned. Whoops. Okay. Am I big for y'all now? Am I bigger? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize that. I'm like, it just hit me. Whoops. Okay. So our sea turtle with our sea turtle. So hands on top and the thumbs. You wiggle your thumbs. Sea turtle. Then we had our tiger. 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 Then lion. 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 Then bear. Bear. I mean, if you did this, I think they're going to catch on. They'll figure out what you're saying. Because a lot of my kids will do bear, like they try to like scare me with it. So don't think you'd be far off. I don't think they look at you and go, I have no idea what you said there. Then we had cow. Cow or cow. Then horse. 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 Then monkey. 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 Okay. So the next one I have is giraffe. So what you're going to do for giraffe is you're going to have, again, this very wide C. You're going to kind of start kind of a little bit on like your chest, but a little above. And you're just going to make the motion of the neck. I typically like lift your head high to show like it's just the neck that it keeps going. Giraffe. Giraffe. All right. The next one I have is elephant. So elephant is going to be, you're going to like start the back of your hand is at your nose, and you're going to go elephant. Elephant. So like the trunk. Elephant. Then turkey. So I think we did turkey last week. I may have not added it though. Yes. Yes, I did. So it's the Q and it's under your chin. Turkey. Turkey. And then we did this one last week. Pig. 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 Then zebra. So zebra is going to be, you're going to have like, you're going to make the signs for 4. And you're going to make stripe motions like across your stomach, chest, and everything. Zebra. And it's the representing of the stripes. Feel like I didn't have to add that, but I did anyway. So little stripes. All right. Then our next one is gorilla. So gorilla is going to be, think King Kong. Gorilla. Gorilla. All right. And then we'll do this one. No, we'll stop there because the next ones all kind of connect together. That's why I wanted to separate them. So we'll do these, we'll review through these, and then we'll move on to the next one. So we had giraffe, then elephant, then turkey, then pig, zebra, and then gorilla. Okay, so the next one is going to be dolphin. Okay, so dolphin's a couple of different ways you can do it. Kind of same, they're very similar, they just have a few changes. So I'm going to show you this one first. What you're going to do is you're going to have your non-dominant arm laid across. Your dominant is going to be in that same sort of shape that we use for our horse. And you're going to start here and you're going to go up and down. And it's like the dolphin jumping out of the water. And that's dolphin. Another way that it's done is it'll be same, but now like your fingers cross, and then it's dolphin. Dolphin. Depending on my mood, I go back and forth. But I was about to say, I use this one more, and then I thought, I've used this one a few times as well. So it just kind of depends on what day I'm having. All right, the next one is going to be whale. So whale is, again, going to have our arm across like this. You're going to have your dominant hand in the Y. And you're going to start on your actual, like, can't think of the word for this. I'm sorry. I'm not a science teacher, guys. Remember. Why is that going away? Anyways, you're going to have it here. And you're going to go the same motion, but coming the other way. And it's like the tail flapping in the water. Whale. Okay. The next one is going to be shark. There are 2 ways you can sign the word shark. The first one is going to be, you're going to have your non-dominant kind of in that Spock hand shape. And your dominant's going to be in that B sort of shape. You're going to put your B where the Spock symbol spreads. So it's like a dolphin, not dolphin, a dorsal fin sticking out of the water. Shark. And you want to make sure you're not making it's because this is not the motion for shark. It's shark. I'm just giving you the slow down by process. So shark. The other one that is more common is going to be that B, but now on your forehead, and you tap it. The reason I showed this one first is because there is a not nice word very similar to shark up around your forehead. And if you're not careful, you can accidentally be saying that. And so, yeah, that happens a lot in sign language. There's very similar words that could be like, oh, that's actually not a nice word. So when you're doing shark, make sure you tap, because this is not nice. Some kids will do this on accident though. So like if you're talking to like a little child and they do this, they may not actually be saying the bad word. They may be thinking shark, but usually I do it up high. Shark. Okay. Then we have frog, which we did, no, well, we might have done frog last week. Anyways, frog is going to be very similar to our pig. So it's going to be under, but it's now with just the V. And what you're going to do is you're going to flick out your fingers. Frog. Excuse me. And then our next one's going to be alligator. And alligator is very simple. Alligator. Yep. Okay. And then our next one well, now we'll do these two. So then we have penguin. So penguin, I am going to stand for a minute just to kind of give you a better angle. It's going to be what you would think. It's going to be, you stick your hands are kind of pointed out like this on your sides, and you make the waddle motion. Penguin. It's very hard to tell because cameras are not the best. Zoom is not the best for this one, but you just do that waddle motion. All right, now you weren't supposed to come take my seat. Thank you. They all want to join apparently tonight. That one though, the penguin one, super cute with kids. Not gonna lie, so adorable to watch them just because they go full the full waddle mode. You're just like, oh, that was cute. Okay, the last one we're gonna do before we review those is going to be seal. So seal is going to be what you're gonna do is you're gonna cross your arms and you're gonna pat your hands, and that's seal. Sometimes my brain wants to be like, it's this, but I think I've seen this one. My brain just keeps wanting to be like, it has to clap, but no, it's the back of your hands. Seal. Okay, let's go back to our dolphin. So our dolphin, again, remember, is arm across, and then it's the dolphin. We also had the other one where you crossed your fingers and you did the dolphin. Good. Okay. Then our next one was whale. Cross our little Y on there. Whale. Whale. Then shark. Shark or shark. Then frog. Frog. Then alligator. Ow, alligator. Then penguin. Penguin. Then seal. Seal. Okay. So now the next ones we have are kind of just a little bit of a hodgepodge of different ones that like either weren't in the group already in the beginning or added later. So just fair warning in case you're like, wow, that is so different from these. That's why. So the next one I have is rabbit. What you're going to do is you're going to have, again, that same horse hand shape. You're going to put them across like this, and you're going to go rabbit. You're going to bounce them back and forth. Rabbit. Then the next one is butterfly, which is going to be your whole hand and flapping the wings. Butterfly. Then kangaroo, which is kind of a cute one. Kangaroo. Kangaroo. Then owl. So owl's going to be 2 O's. You're going to put them in front of your eyes and you're going to bounce an owl. Then, excuse me, moose and deer. I say them together because they're very similar. They're very, very similar. So I'm going to start with deer. I know I have them flipped on this one, but I'm going to actually start with deer. So this is deer. So you have a 5 on your forehead, on the side of your forehead. Moose is going to be this, and then you bounce it out. Moose, moose, moose. So they're very similar. Deer, moose. Okay. Then we have, let's see, wolf. Sorry, I skipped it. Wolf, which we did with werewolf last week, 2 weeks ago for Halloween. Wolf. 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 And then fox. So fox is going to be an F. You're going to stick your nose right here, and you're going to bounce it. Fox. Then raccoon. Raccoon is going to be 2 V's, and you're going to go raccoon. It's like so you have them open here, and then you close it. Raccoon. Raccoon. then dragon. So dragon, which we did last week, I think, when we had the food, and it was the spice, because I like to add all the signs that I think are similar. Dragon. Dragon. So remember, this one's like the flames are coming out of the mouth. Dragon. Okay. We'll stop and we'll go through these. So we had rabbit. Rabbit. Then butterfly. Butterfly. Then kangaroo. Kangaroo. Owl. Owl. Deer. Deer. Then moose. Moose. Wolf. Wolf. Then fox. Fox. And then raccoon. Raccoon. Okay, so I have about 5 more left. Then what we can do is I'll see if there's any animals you guys can think of, and then we'll go through all of them again very slowly. Like, I'll say them very slowly, just to kind of review them once more. Okay, so the next one I have is goat. So what you're gonna do for goat, I'm gonna show you it first, and then I'm gonna do the slow down for it. Goat. Goat. Okay, so what you're doing is you're kind of starting in that position, about to like flick your 2 fingers up, but you're gonna hit your chin. Now, some will do just bounce and then they'll flick up on the forehead. I have seen some that flick it twice. Goat. So you flick your 2, then you flick your 2 on your forehead, or you just goat. Goat. It's supposed to be for like, this is like the representing of like the horns. I think this is supposed to be for like the chin. Yeah, the little beard. Yeah. So goat. Okay. Then we have sheep. So sheep is going to be on your non-dominant arm, and you're going to have it in like that scissors motions, and you're going to pretend to be like shearing the sheep. 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 All right. Then the next one is going to be octopus. And I'll add squid here too. They're very similar. That's why I say it. So octopus is going to be your non-dominant hand down. Dominant is going to be that little ball shape, or vice versa. Either way, it's not going to be, like I said, whichever one feels comfortable. And you're going to go octopus. 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 The other one that is squid, or can be jellyfish. They kind of change a lot. Sorry, I was doing this as like, this is like changed, but yeah, it's squid. Squid or jellyfish. Those and octopus kind of blend. And so some people will say one thing, some will say the other. I think it's just kind of depending on the region you're in. All right. Then we have squirrel / chipmunk, which are kind of the same. They're the same sign. And it's going to be 2 of these little things. You're going to put them on top, and then you're going to go. And it's like the little, like, think about the little teeth. Squirrel. And then the final one I have is bat, which we also did for Halloween, which was bat. Yes, I remember it's the 1X. Yeah. Bat. Bat. I just think about their little claws, like the one little claw on each of their little paws. Okay, let's go through those last 5, 6-ish. Then I'll leave it open to see if you guys have any animals you can think of. Then we'll go through them all. Okay. Okay, so we had goat. 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 Excuse me. Then sheep. Sheep. Sheep, yeah. I turned it at a weird angle when I showed you guys, but it's usually at that cross motion. Then octopus. Octopus. and our squid. Squid. Then squirrel / chipmunk. Squirrel. And then bat. Okay. Are there any animals you can think of that we didn't say? Now remember, I think I mentioned last week, the more specific you go, the less likely there might be a sign. It might be you have to fingerspell. So keep that in mind when you guys think of animals. I'm gonna take a quick little water break while y'all do that. Okay. Yes. So I'm gonna start with this last question real quick. Dog breeds you do fingerspell, unfortunately. Yeah, I have stuck with, because Henry is a black lab. Instead of saying Labrador, I just go black lab. And everyone knows, like, you can kind of do the shorthand that we typically would say when we're talking about little our dog breeds. So yeah, but that one with the Jack Russell Terrier, oh, it sucks. I have to be like Jack Russell Terrier mix, and I just look at them like, so. But yes, unfortunately, dog breeds are fingerspell. So the next one that I have it going up this way is panda. I have not seen a sign for panda. Does not necessarily mean that actually would be like wouldn't have one. A lot of people, let's see, where is it? Yes, sorry, I stopped in mid question. Let me come back. Let me focus on this one and then I'll come back. I got distracted. Sign for pandas, I just haven't seen really many. I've seen more fingerspelled, but we also just don't talk about pandas as much. I have, like, that doesn't come up in conversation as much since they're not so locally here except for the zoo. So I can always double check on that one. I think there was one that was actually supposed to be double checked for another class and then it got blended. Yes, I see that. So yeah. So yes, like how I was saying when I talked about with sign names, some people do give sign names to their pets. Typically they're not always as like the fancy, like is specifically labeled. It's more so kind of like a shorthand, like temporary kind of sign, if that makes sense. Like I have one coworker, she's got a dog, and I can't remember the name of her dog, but she will, instead of fingerspelling her dog's name every single time, she'll just do like, I think it starts with like a K. She'll just do a K and she'll bounce it back and forth. And I know she said dog and then she'll say K, and that's like enough for me to know who she's talking about. But it doesn't necessarily mean like it's really her name sign is K. That's just kind of that short temporary. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't have to say the name so many times. But I think some people do actually give like real like specific sign names to their pets, especially those that like really are like, like heavily involved with their animals, like their babies, which I mean, I call my animals my babies. So like I get it. So I think some do as well. Okay, the fun one, which was unicorn. So unicorn actually does have a sign. And ironically, I don't think I've shown a lot of people the sign for unicorn. Because in my mind, because since it's an imaginary animal, my brain doesn't always think about it, even though I always think about dragons though. But that's because I have a relation of it to a story a student told me. And I think that's why. But unicorns, I always forget. So unicorn is going to be unicorn. And it's like you have a pointer and it's like unicorn. Because some will do unicorn, but that's idiot. When you do an I and you bounce on your forehead one time, that's idiot. Yeah. So I do typically like the unicorn. I'm trying to remember how else they do it. Unicorn. It's very similar with that pointing up motion. Unicorn. Yeah, it's always fun. Like I said, they're very similar signs that just one can mean an animal or something, and one can be actually being insulting. It's a lot of fun. Any other animals that you guys can think of? I always try to think of more animals that we see, that we know. I'm trying to think. Sloth. Okay. I haven't seen a sign for sloth. Or koala. So rhino's somewhere up here like that one again. It's like rhino or something. I'll have to double check on that one. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Again, not signs that are common. You know, you're not always talking about like rhinos as often per se. Armadillo, you do have to finger spell. Porcupine, you do have to finger spell. Those I do know. But rhino is something like rhino, like it's like the horn. You make the shape. I think it's this. I'll double check on that one. That one always gets me because again, I usually work with 5th through 6th graders, so like we don't go to the zoo as often. We did go to the zoo last year, but I don't think the rhinos were out that day, so we didn't see them. So like wasn't able to like use the sign. So I'll double check. I know rhino does have one. It's something up here, similar to unicorn in my mind. I just did idiot. I'm sorry. Unicorn. It's been a day. It's the week before Thanksgiving. So my brain's like, we're soon there. Okay. Any other animals you guys can think of? I was thinking what we could do as well after we do the review of all is I will give you how you can say Happy Thanksgiving. Just add that at the end. That way you guys can have that. There are 2 ways to sign that. So just a little FYI. Okay, let's go through all of our animals we've done, which I know is a lot. We'll go very slow and just to kind of see. And then at the end, I'll say how you guys can say Happy Thanksgiving. Okay. Well, we'll have class next Tuesday. I'm sorry. My brain is because next week I'm off. We're off, even though we're not. My mind, I'm sorry. It's teacher brain, guys. Okay. Like it's a hot mess at this point. But I still will show you Thanksgiving this week. Okay. So we had our animals. Then we had cat. Then fish. Then bird. Then duck. Then eagle. Then snake. Think about the tongue and it's slithering. That's my visual with that. Snake. Then rat. Then lizard. You were ready. I saw it. Then bug. Then spider. Bee. Turtle. Then sea turtle. No. So when you mean the direction of your L, sorry, I know I stopped halfway through. So I typically start my L like this is like the head and it's coming up the tree. So I'm going towards it. Yeah. Because that's just not comfortable. If you have the, yeah. So yeah, it doesn't really matter too much per se, as long as it's making that shift. And also they can see that it's an L shape, that you'll be good. Okay. Then we had tiger. Then lion. Bear. Cow. Then horse. Or horse. Then monkey, monkey. Then giraffe, giraffe, giraffe. Then elephant, elephant, elephant. Then turkey, turkey. Pig, pig. Zebra, zebra. Gorilla, gorilla. Dolphin, dolphin, or dolphin. Whale, whale. Shark, shark, or shark. Frog, frog, frog. Alligator, alligator. Penguin, penguin. Rabbit, rabbit. So yes, the two fingers, rabbit. Butterfly, butterfly. I realized I forgot this one before. Seal, seal. Kangaroo, kangaroo. Owl, owl. Deer, deer. And then moose, moose. Wolf, wolf. Wolf. Fox, fox. So it's gonna be the F and it's gonna have your little nose sticking through. Fox. And I know, I can't believe I did this one. Dog. It's at the very end of my list for some reason. I always say, you know what? No, it goes with cat, but my list still has it down low, which is why I skipped it. And it's dog, dog, or dog. Then raccoon, raccoon. Dragon, dragon. Goat, sheep, sheep. Octopus, octopus. Squid, squid. Squirrel or chipmunk, squirrel. Bat, bat. And then we finished off with our unicorn, unicorn. Unicorn. Okay. So yeah, so there's all our animals. Let me give you this sentence, this sentence, a happy Thanksgiving. And then not to pressure y'all, but I'm gonna add just one little more. I'm gonna show you how you say my favorite animal. Okay. I thought you would like that if you can be able to say my favorite animal. So, all right, let me first show you happy Thanksgiving though. So the way to do happy Thanksgiving is you're going to sign the sign for happy, which we did when we did Halloween, which is happy. You pattern upward. Happy. And then Thanksgiving is you're going to start here and you're going to go Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. So, you know, thank you is right here. So it's saying many thanks, many thanks. So happy Thanksgiving. The other way people will do it is they'll do Thanksgiving is the G, like the turkey, and then you bring it to your chest. I don't see that one as often. I typically see Thanksgiving, but this is another one as well. So if you say happy Thanksgiving to someone and they go, oh, happy, and you're like, what does that mean? It means Thanksgiving as well. Okay. Last thing, I promise I'm not giving you any more words tonight. And it's going to be favorite and like my favorite animal. Because really it's just one new word. What you're going to say is you're going to go my, and then the sign for favorite, which is going to be your middle finger, tapping your chin, favorite animal. And remember, you typically, when you're saying something like that, what you'll do is you'll do my favorite animal, what? And then you'll sign it or fingerspell. So like for me, I would say my favorite animal, what? Shark. I know, very random one. I know, trust me. The kids always think I'm lying and I'm like, no, it's not. And then I prove them wrong with all my little shark facts because I've been obsessed with them since I was a kid. It's always a fun little time when I say it. So my favorite animal, what? And then whichever one you have, dog, sea turtle, oh, fox. Well, oh, I love seeing all the different ones. Sorry, I'm gonna have a little teacher moment right here. Most people will just be like, oh, cat, dog, you know, and I love whenever I see ones that are just totally out because the kids do it too. They're always like cat, dog, and I'm like, come on, think creative. What's come on? Like, and then finally some will be like specific on like a dog. They'll be like, oh, my favorite animal is a dog, and they'll go husky. And I'm like, okay, I'll accept it. But we gotta think outside the box. I know you can fingerspell D-O-G and C-A-T, but let's come on. They're just being a little lazy. They're only spelling what they know. But you know, that's okay. All right. So we will have class next week. Our class next week will be doing, I think, let me make sure I can get this right. Yes, we're going to be doing emotions. So like feelings, getting in touch with our feelings, guys. It's going to be, yes, I can do that. The feelings is going to be a fun little one. And then I usually add like how you can describe people in the end of that. So for help, for how you can say, can I help you? Or can I help? You can do very simple ways. If you're saying, can I help you specifically? That's a little different. So I'm going to show help. Can I help first? All you do is just help. Like you have your eyebrows up, like yes or no, like help. Like, do you need help? That's that motion. You just pat help. If you're being specific of, can I help you? Do you need help specifically? You do help, and then you move it towards them. Help me help you. And that's kind of, I feel like we've talked, I might have not explained it as much, is a direction. So like if you were saying you need help, you would start away from you and be like, please help me. And bringing it towards you. That's like kind of the saying of who needs it to who's going to give it the help. So can I help? Need help? That's always a fun one when your kids are getting angry. I just look at them from like a little corner of my desk. I'm like, help. Like, and I do this too. And they're just like, yes. And I go and I help them. Sometimes they hate admitting they need help. So I just kind of look at them like, I promise it's a secret. And then they finally will admit they're stubborn. I don't know if y'all been around 4th through 6th graders, but they're stubborn. Oh, they will pretend all day long that they've got it, even though every answer is wrong. And I'm like, I can help you. So, but all right. Are there any other questions you guys have? I know we have about a minute left. Any questions you guys can think of? Anything? All right. Well, I will see you guys next Tuesday. My location is going to look a little different. I'm going to be at my parents' house, which will be exciting. So yeah, please prepare. There may be a little bit of chaos because it's going to be my siblings, myself, my dogs, the cats. Hopefully everything will be fine. Most of the time it's smooth, but I just like to be like, you know, it's a different location, so it always throws things off. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of y'all's week, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye, guys.